Well, so it was a great event. That was a good one also by John Dramani Mahama's team adoring Professor Nana Jane Opukwajaman as running mates. And we'll bring you snippets of that event as well. And of course, we told you that Kojo Anson has an interaction with Pamela Hoy, and I know that you're going to enjoy it as you stick and stay further. But look, we do have Gifty on stream. Gifty, good morning to you. Mama Vitu is here. Mama, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Yes, Gifty and up here.
Hi, it's good to have you guys.
Yeah, you stayed up to watch the outdooring of Jane, Professor Jane Nana Opokwajiman yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I did. I was curious, and I wanted to find out how it goes, you know.
So how did it go for you?
Oh, it was okay. It was a bit long, with long speeches, but it was okay. I mean, it was interesting to see all of the politics play out all over again. Reminds me of 2016, but of course, this is different. This is pretty different from 2016. So yeah. I do have a lot of interesting thoughts on my mind.
Yeah, it's just the comments about the policy statement that perhaps because of the release before, people were expecting that the prof was going to be presenting that statement. But I guess we all seem to forget that she's not the person on the ticket. Mainly, she's supporting John Dramani Mahama.
Well, I don't know. Yesterday, Kojo did indicate that he thinks that someone must have made a mistake by communicating that she was going to give us a policy or her policy statement, and that she wasn't. I don't also feel like she was actually going to give us policy statement because the former president, John Dramani Mahama, did something similar to the policy statement. So maybe if the person communicating it earlier said there was going to be a policy statement, but said that Jane Nana Opokwajiman was going to do it, maybe got it wrong. But I really don't have a problem at all with what she did. I think that it was her space. I don't know what people were expecting. Policy, if you're expecting a policy statement, I think you heard that in John Dramani Mahama's statement. I think she was just there to be herself, to tell Ghanaians what matters to her, and to present herself to everybody and say, hey, this is me. Open up her book and say, this is me. I don't know if you like it or not, but I want you to take an action to prove whether you like it. You know, I think that's what she came to do. And I think we should cut her some slack. I think there's still a lot of time. If you want a policy statement, you can get that from the John Mahama administration. But I guess that the expectation had been that, okay, so this is the female face that we haven't seen in a long time. This is the historic moment. And so we're expecting something. I think she went on and on. She made it a bit too long. And that sort of put people off a bit because they were like, okay, they were expecting to hear something. And you kept going on and on and on. And they never got that thing they were expecting. I think that's what has reduced, you know, what's the word? I think that's a sort of it took something out for people. But all in all, for me, I think it was her presenting herself, saying, this is me, and I think it's okay.
Yeah. Well, largely I agree with you, Gifty. Let's do the newspapers. Roland, you're like looking at the two of us. You go and look on the screen and then you come back and look at me. Is there something that you want to say?
No, I think for me, I'm not sure I ever thought maybe a vice presidential candidate or a running mate should be the one communicating policy. And I saw when they did the release, that aspect about the policy, I thought it was a bit. And I know that in our history, and actually in the history of many democracies, the running mate or the vice president do not go before their presidential candidates. And then even in the presidency, they kind of play second fiddle because you have to be careful how you play the nuances when it comes to the administration, the bureaucracy, and the politics of it, so that you don't tend to hurt the main man while trying to be yourself. It will create a sort of a clatter or a competition, in my opinion. So my mind was not there. I wanted to see who she was, how she was able to deliver before a crowd. of that nature, not the crowd there, because the crowd was a whole country really, and I thought that she did well. The speech may be long, but I think she tried to connect the dots, tried to be the Ghana woman, the Ghana mother, somebody who also knows the inside out of the country, and I thought for me that was it for me. The issues about policy, etc., I don't know how that was going to play out, because if I was the boss of the household, and you are rather telling me you're going to buy a fridge and you're going to do the house that we're supposed to build in a certain way without us consulting, then that becomes difficult.
Well, I guess, you know, it was just the statement that was released that gave us those expectations. I do also agree. Yes, Gifty?
Sorry, if I may just chip this in. I listened to her, and I think that I got the sense that there were times that, you know, I felt like she was talking to the Ghanaian that has become apathetic, the Ghanaian that has become very distrustful of the political system. Okay, so she kept saying that we shouldn't be here after so-and-so time. We shouldn't be here after we have seen this. We shouldn't be here after we have done that. I felt like, you know, and this is the sentiment that you hear a lot of Ghanaians express when they say that, look, we thought that the NPP was coming to make a difference, but I have lost it. Oh, NDC, NPP, they are all the same. We have lost it. Oh, I'd rather not vote. I felt that that was the constituency she was addressing yesterday. And I think she may have been able to convince some people, although she may have lost some people because of the stretch that she took to communicate this. She's not your typical politician, and so you wouldn't expect all the jabs. Maybe with time she might get into that, but I get the feeling that she is not looking to get there. She's looking to fit in for a certain group of people.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's going to work for her,
well,
but that's how I felt.
Well, that's the same feeling I get, especially when you look back at when she was education minister. So I don't think she would necessarily get into the politics proper as we've seen it. Besides, she's a woman, and so she's also representing and trying to touch a certain group of people. We'll see how that goes. I mean, people have said the time that's remaining is not long enough, but we will see how strongly.
And then I think that in the Fourth Republic in Ghana, we've seen a lot of controversies regarding the personalities of the vice president, and it's because they have ambitions beyond just the office that they hold. And I don't think that she's that particular person who has ambitions beyond. So if you compare her to, and I know many people are doing this, all of us do, and personally I have to Dr. Baumi, I think wants to be the president of Ghana one day. But if you take the persona and the way the posture of Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman is, that she wants to be the president, I don't think so. She wants to complement, fit into where there are empty spaces within the demographics of the voter population, the general population, that the John Mahama Jane Opoku-Agyeman ticket needs to appeal to. And that's just my view.
We wait to see. Let's do the newspapers. There are plenty other stories. This story actually features on the front page of the Daily Graphic. Join NDC to rebuild Ghana. Professor Opoku-Agyeman making that call. President inaugurates water projects at Yape. 2020 general election. Aspirants to file online, according to the Electoral Commission. Debate over which scams heightens. 4 more exists in Northern and Northeast. Book of condolence open for Dr. Doris Date by the Ghana Journalists Association. That's also in the paper today. Let's check how the center spread of the Daily Graphic. Here we go. Guess what's here? All right. Reduce transport first, a call by OPEC. And I got a hint that maybe by midday today, there will be some 10% reduction in transport first. Maybe not this morning, but by close of day today. That's what we are getting. The president inaugurating the water project for Yape. Details of that is in the center spread. And 2020 Emancipation Panifest celebration begins. On the back page, work starts on Old Tafo Pankrono bypass. Illegal miners invade Grill plantation. Youth foil police military eviction efforts. Let me continue with the Times front page. President begins 3-day working visit to 3 northern regions on COVID-19. Ghana's active case count drops from 3,349 to 3,307. Confirmed cases hit over
Do we
32,000.
still have 3 northern regions? In fact, it's not even 3 northern regions. I mean, regions in the north, but do we still have 3? I don't know.
I think we have 5 now. Yeah, the northern Ghana regions have 5 now.
Yeah, but no, but the headline says he's visiting 3 northern regions.
Okay.
But the thing is,
so it didn't say
northern regions. We have 3. Okay, so it used to be that we had 3 regions in the north. Because one was Upper West, one was Upper East. So right now we have more regions. So I just want to.
Yeah, I know. I think usually they'll qualify with an article there.
So,
3. So this one
so
is just
there's
3.
no there. So it's just 3 out of.
Yeah. 3.
But still in the northern region, it says northern region benefits from nationwide disinfection exercise. And then on the voter registration, EC registers over 12 million in 4 weeks. Back page, Ablikuma West MP presents items to constituency. Ghana marks Emancipation Day. Gifty, come through with the Finder and the Dispatch.
Yes, please. So I've got the Finder newspaper. Let me start with the front page. I've got this on the front page. Well, they didn't really seem interested in the NDC. So the Finder banner headline, 11,443 to enjoy clean water. That story is on page 4, and it comes with a picture of President Akufo-Addo, doing the commissioning. It says, as President commissions Yape water system. I'm happy for the people of Yape that they have water. I hope that they own the project and make it work. And then right beside that story, we have exports to trigger swift recovery by end of 2020. That's according to Bank of Ghana. It comes with a picture of Dr. Ennis Addison. And then women lead men by 571,470 in voter registration. That's interesting. And that story is on page 2. An infectious disease center celebrating.
Only give to notice the women.
But of course, that's a lot more women have registered to vote. That's the point.
But we have more women in Ghana per the estimates from 2010.
But of course, the concerns have been that even though you have a lot of women, how many of them are going to vote as against men? So we are proving something here, brother. What's up? Okay.
except that many of the people who will grab the ID, the voter's ID card, will not use it necessarily as a tool to vote, but just to get an identity.
Yeah, it's up to the political parties to be able to convince them to cast a vote and to cast it for them. I don't know. I wish them well. Anyway, there we go. And so, Infectious Disease Center celebrating patriotism and dedication. Page 7 and page 13 has that beautiful story. And it takes compassionate leadership to successfully manage COVID-19. That's Minister for Information on page 8. Kojo Opon Nkrumah is saying that. And then we have justice for murdered 90-year-old woman, crucial. That's according to the One Ghana movement. It is indeed crucial. And our correspondent, Eliasu Tanko, will be visiting, the area to bring us more from that particular story. But let me go through the inside pages of the Finder newspaper. So you have the details of the stories on the headline, but there's also the story about Primpa condemning attempt to stifle media freedom, and it promises to resist any future attempts. So that story is there on page 5 of the Finder newspaper. Then we have the details of the Yape water. I'm going to go in there a bit. I see women and children, carrying their pans and buckets and, forming up a queue to fetch water. It's pretty, it's a nice thing to see. I mean, I love rural development. When I see these things in the newspapers, I get excited. So let me finish the Finder newspaper with this. Page 8, it takes compassionate leadership. That story is there with a picture of Opon Nkrumah, the Minister for Information, and Nana Boakye MP, Anna John, with donation to the needy at Sakura Wono. And that's the hometown of Sir John. May his soul rest in peace. Final back page of the Finder newspaper. ADB to hold 3rd annual general meeting, and President begins 3-day tour of northern regions. MTN Ghana to hold 2nd AGM virtually. So that's it for the Finder newspaper. I think I have the Dispatch. Mama V and Roland, should I go on with it?
Yeah, please do.
Okay, banner headline on the Dispatch newspaper. So the very beautiful picture of former President Rawlings, in his heydays. The story is working with Rawlings for 19 years. Some highlights by Kwamina Ahoy. That story is on page 11. And as of last Sunday, 12.3 million of possible 12.3 million had been registered. And that story is on page 12. It's coming from the Electoral Commission. So essentially, they tell us Dispatch is reporting the entire number, although the finder narrows it down to the number of women or the percentage of women that have registered. Victory for Mahama is certain. Kwame Ewa Dako is saying that. That story is on page 2 of the Dispatch newspaper. I'm going to go on with what else I have in the Dispatch newspaper. Yes, working with Rawlings. Okay, you have those details there. Oh, wow. Mr. Hoy, wow.
Mr. Hoy is on the AM show today because Kojang Singh had a sit-down conversation with him.
Yeah, amazing stuff. Okay, he looked really young here, I must say.
Okay. Are you blushing or smiling or are you crashing on? Is it Mr. Hoy or Mr. Rawlings?
Mama B, okay, so Dispatch. Northern Regional Minister urges Ghanaians to obey COVID-19 protocols. Okay, we hear. And victory for Mahama is certain. That story is there. EC registers over 12 million. Okay, so it has essentially the details of the stories on the front page of the newspaper. Let me see what is on the back page. At least, as of last Sunday, okay, so it has the details of the EC stories there, and it gives you a breakdown of the number of people that have been registered. Take a look at this. I mean, from phase 1 to phase 4, it gives you the number of people that are registered. It looks like over 11 million. That's pretty impressive. Yeah, we'll see what more there is. So that's it for the Dispatch and the Finder newspaper as I have it here.
All right, Gifty, thanks a lot. Let's go to Roland.
Okay, so I have the Daily Guide, has on the front page, €4 million Eba scandal. Mahama brother snubs Amidu, has an attack picture of Martin Amidu and another of Samuel Adam Foster Mahama. And that's also on the front page. Northern Regional Minister bemoans COVID-19 breaches. Salifu Said is there. Mona dodges contempt papers, and AG, that is the auditor, the Attorney General, opposite Domilevo leave injunction. I miss church, Nana. Well, we all do miss church too. Thank you for highlighting.
You haven't been going for the 1-hour service?
I do online.
But you're a Sunday school teacher, so how do you do it?
No, I stopped.
No, Roland teaches the children. You used to.
Yeah,
Did you stop because of COVID?
I stopped because of shutdown.
Way before COVID.
Okay. I just wondering.
Not way before. Oh, was idea no. Now, tiny person. Give to the. Okay, back page of the Daily Guide. The death mentality, highest order, and this one is coming from, Swansea manager Steve Cooper, who has praised Ghana's captain Andrew Ayew for his exceptional mental toughness. He's tough. He doesn't have the best of heights, but he's always scoring with his head. And he has this strength. He's not the most skillful of players, not like his father, but he's always doing well. I like his mentality. Mourinho said to take Tottenham places. Yeah.
Where
He's been underwhelming, though.
How did they end the season?
Spurs? They drew 1-1 the other day. I haven't watched the table where they are.
Are they in the Europa? Are they playing Europa?
They're seventh. Yeah. I think I was looking out for Chelsea and whether Manchester City will fail, but it looked like our Juju was tied at the same Malam's place. So Nana gives female teams green lights, and then Vardy, who plays for Leicester, oldest to grab golden boots. Well, there were two nil down, and they were defeated by Manchester United, of course. But he still grabbed what was his opportunity. But that'll be it, ladies.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Roland Walker. Well, I think we can have some 2 minutes, and then we can go to myjournline.com. So is there a story of interest that you want to highlight further beyond the NDC matter that I think we've extensively dealt with?
I mean, for me, basically, it was it. And then that was basically what I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Because it was something we all monitored right here on JoyNews.
Yeah.
And there was great analysis, of course, moderated by Evans Mensah and supported by the rest of the team, Kuji Yankson. We also had Winston, and then at the last wrap-up, we had MF also joining in. So that was a good one.
And then Parker, of course, on the ground.
And then Araba.
Yes. It's just the atmosphere. I think it's the political atmosphere. You think that COVID-19 has taken the politics away, but no. Just wait till there's a political activity, then you see the people who are interested. I was monitoring on Facebook. There are lots of people watching and then chatting alongside. So it generated a lot of conversations. For a long time.
And at the same time when this was happening, the president was up north. So it also, you had a lot of dicks, especially from social media, from MPP communicators, and people who usually will tweet.
Well, okay.
It was interesting the way the hashtag, was being pushed. It's him, not her. And yesterday, Evans has mentioned it as well. Some way, somehow, as I think around 8:30 thereabout, when I was still watching the show, that hashtag was trending. It's him, not her. It's like a deliberate attempt. Yeah, a deliberate attempt by the NPP to say that, okay, you're looking at this person that may not have debt on her, but we know someone else who has debt on him. So let's put the focus on him. It's him and not her.
Yeah.
And somehow that was, at number one, I think. And John Mahama and co, or I think the NDC's program was somewhere at number 5 or so. I'm not sure what the trends are saying at the moment, but they did manage. I think that whoever is working with the social media for the MPP is doing a pretty good job. I hope that the NDC will be able to, look at it and say, okay, this is working. Let's also counter it. Otherwise, it's their own political loss. But they know their job better. They should get on with it. But for many people, we know they've become apathetic. They've lost faith in the political system. They're not interested in going to queue up to vote because they feel like they're not seeing what they voted for.
Yeah.
I hope with the introduction of Jenano Pokwajima, the woman thing will work out for them somehow. But it's just a few months for us to see actually that. Mamavi, I'm also particularly interested in this story in Yape, what the president did.
The water projects.
Yes. I am, sometimes you see these stories and you can easily gloss over it, but it means a lot to these people that they have water, okay? And the things that they go through every single day of their lives, the children having to give, it becomes normal for them sometimes. But when you have this sort of intervention, you have clean water right at your doorstep, I think it means a lot to the people. And I am excited to see the pictures I'm seeing right now in the Finder newspaper. People, jumping up and down with their water. Okay, not jumping at that, it's a video. But I can tell the action in the pictures. I think it's a great start. It's unfortunate that in the 21st century, we have to be talking about this. I mean, water is basic. Everybody should have it.
Yeah.
But better late than never.
Absolutely.
So I hope it will be extended to other places where they need water too.
Just some 30 seconds on this story in the Daily Statesman. It's actually on the front page. DKM customers to get 100% payments. Details of that story is on page 2. And it says the customers of defunct DKM Diamond Microfinance will latest by next week receive 100% payments of all daily their locked up funds, according to the Statesman. This follows an agreement reached between the Ministry of Finance and the Governor of the Bank of Ghana. The agreement comes at the back of a request for fund put before the government by the receiver of the collapsed savings and loans and microfinance institutions, Eric Nana Nipa. So that's the news from the Daily Statesman newspaper. I guess we'll have a lot more time sometime this week, at least before the Tuesday deadline that's been given to refund, give 100%, make 100% payment. Let's do myjoyonline.com if we can have a minute on myjoyonline.com to see what our page is reporting today. Roland?
Okay, so we have on myjoyonline.com. Next, NDC administration will pay customers of all these financial institutions. It says their money is locked up in the collapsed institutions, according to John Dramani Mahama. That's a policy statement, right? I think Jenano Bukwa should have been making that. according to the release.
It's mischievous.
Yeah.
It's not mischief.
No, perhaps they could have given the speech, that part of the speech to her.
Yeah, there are a lot of things about.
If they communicated she was going to give a policy statement, and they knew that there could have been a proper coordination. But yeah, all in all, it doesn't spoil anything for me.
Gifty. Okay, so we'll go back to myjoyonline.com. Gifty, very vociferous this morning. What did you eat overnight? Full text of the Mahama speech is there. We also have full text of the speech of Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, also on myjoyonline.com. Nana Opoku-Agyeman will give Baumi... Nana. I was not seeing one of these. Sorry. Nana Opoku-Agyeman will give Baumi a run for his money. Who also said that? I hope it's not Dr. Kobe Mensah.
Yes, that's the marketing strategist. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, unity, not personal glory, will win us the December election. I'm not the one saying that. Esedo Nketia said that yesterday. And then NDC honors and adores women, Ofosu Ampofo. Yeah. Okay, father, though, the sad, inflicts blade wounds on 4-year-old for taking chicken wings from fridge.
Did you see the cuts on the boy's hand, Roland?
Yeah, very horrid.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Deep cuts on the boy's hand.
I think some people just don't need to be parents because children,
So this 4-year-old reached out to get food and then got cuts.
I don't know.
As punishment.
Charlie.
But I agree with you.
Yesterday, the PR for the Accra Region Police sent that story through, and I think they're investigating the matter. And you look at the facial expression of the man. He's not even remorseful. I don't know if he was posing for the picture, but he doesn't seem remorseful.
Yeah. Well, that'll be it for our discussions this morning. Gifty and Apia, thank you for helping us as a helping mate, vice presidential candidate. We're putting in your place.
You'll be on the ballots with him. Except that you will be the candidate, Gifty.
No problem.
You.
Oh, no problem.
Of course, I'm Ghanaians proud.
Whether you are vice or president, what's that? Problem. Okay, Gifty and Apia, thank you very much. And that's where we have to take a break. But Richmond, you're the PRO for the Cape Coast Metropolitan Assembly. This one is coming from your wife, Ophelia. Today is your birthday, and she says that she loves you with all her heart. And you also celebrate your anniversary as well of your marriage just a day or two ago, and that's a good one. Richmond, have a great time in Cape Coast. I'll come there, and then you give me some.
Gifty, tomorrow we will talk about how COVID is preventing some people from really celebrating their marriages elsewhere. But it doesn't sound like it's affecting Ghanaians because we are still doing the proper wedding and we're doing the after party and all of that. Yeah.
Of course, we know how to have fun. I just hope that we're taking care of ourselves whilst we are doing that, because you can do it safely. You can still do it safely, but you can also have, do it on a car park and have people come with their cars and park around.
Wow. Why do you have an event and wedding planning company? Because you're sober. Oh, we have to take a break. When we come back, a lot of sports.
There's some transfer gossip in the news in the world of football. Manchester United has just been rejected.
Timo Werner, Chelsea.
Benedict has all the details and all the gossip. Stay with us.
Okay.